Hey everybody, this is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. Sentinels of the Multiverse, the card game. I haven't played this in years, and I was going through some games on Steam the other day, my video games. My daughter is very interested in checking out different video games that I have, and years ago, I purchased this and fired up a little game and did a little gameplay. She became very interested. She's 4 years old, by the way, when she saw this on the shelf, and she really wants to try to play it. So, as a 4-year old, pretty much we're going to be playing this together. But I need to get back into the swing of this one again. I need to know the rules to keep it run smoothly, but she's really interested. She likes superheroes, and she really likes the Wraith character here, this kind of Batman-like character. So I'm going to take this out today and play with some new characters that I've never played with. Really, I've never played with. And against a villain I've never played against. So there's still a lot of content in this box that I've never even touched. So let's see how it goes. For the villain today, I'm going to play against this bad guy called the Plague Rat. Looks like he starts with 85 health, and he's got two sides. I'm not sure if he works like Baron Blade. So we'll have to see. This card is going to detail exactly how the setup goes. And here we go. Here's the setup. Looks like he's got two sides. One is called Plague Bearer, and the other one is called Filthy Vermin. So along with Plague Rat for the environment, the kind of the location, we're going with a place I've never played in, Pike Industrial Complex. I chose this because it looked like there were some other rats and things that you could encounter here, some like toxic stuff. So that seemed to be a pretty good fit with the Plague Rat. These may be coming from the expansion. I only have one expansion for this game, Rook City. All of this may have come from that expansion. Heroes I've never tried. Fanatic looks like maybe a paladin or angel or something, some sort of religious warrior perhaps. We'll see. Tempest looks like some sort of alien or fishman, I'm not sure. And called the Inhuman Tempest. And perhaps has some, not sure, wind and maybe lightning. We'll just have to see. And Ra, which just after the Egyptian god, perhaps the god of the sun. So I think he perhaps has some either light or fire damage going on. I don't know how these guys will work together or even if they're going to make a good team, but let's set it all up and get ready to play. Well, we've completed this setup. Why don't we try a turn here to get started? It looks like the first order of play is to play a villain card. So we need to take one of these, and we have a Noxious Bite. Plague Rat deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 toxic damage. Search the villain deck for a copy of the card Infection. Put it into play. And shuffle the deck. I'm going to have to look and see what the Infection does. So he's going to do the hero target with the lowest hit points. That's Tempest. I think we're 30-30 here. and Tempest is at 26. So he's going to take 3 damage. Well, Tempest is down from 26 to 23, and we needed to find this card. This is the Infection card, and it says when this card is played, if all active heroes are infected, you discard it and then play the top card of the villain deck. Play this card next to an active hero who, at the start of the hero, who is not infected. That hero is infected, and at the start of the turn, the hero's turn, they deal themselves 1 irreducible toxic damage. So I guess I'll put this on in Tempest just to fit the theme, since I guess he was hit by the noxious bite. Nearly forgot right out of the gate. This says that the Plague Rat deals 3 toxic damage, but we have this Plague Locust card out that was put on the board from the beginning, and I think that increases the damage by 1, so he would have actually lost another point. Well, let's go to the hero turn. We're going to start with Ra, and Ra has 4 cards in his hand, and the order of play says we get to play a card and then use a power and then draw a card. So let's see what we want to do. Well, this one might be a good setup card. Imbued Fire. Increase all fire damage by 1 and change the damage type of damage dealt by hero targets to fire. And you can destroy this as a power if you want to later. So I think for the power, for Ra's power this turn, we're going to use his deals 1 target 2 fire damage. That will increase to 3. I really don't know if this is the smart strategy, but I'm going to concentrate as much fire as I can on Plague Rat. So I'm going to hit him for 3 damage. So that should bring him down from 85 approximately to 82. Well, we'll finish up Ra's turn by drawing a card, and so we'll go to Fanatic next. And I need to take a good look at her cards and pick one. Like I said, these are all new to me. So I'm not 100% sure if this would be played correctly. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. We have this card, Martyr, and it says that she can deal herself up to 5 radiant damage. So right now that would... by the way, I'm using an old camera, and it is pulling out of the zoom by itself. I'm not touching it. I don't have a remote that I'm sitting on. Nothing like that is happening. Or there could be a ghost in my room. But 5 radiant damage, and then it deals a target radiant damage where X is the amount of radiant damage that you dealt to yourself. I guess my question is, Ra's card is changing fire or damage dealt to fire damage. I am just going to assume as a ruling here that this is fine. It's going to change to fire damage. So I don't see anything too specific here that may throw that off. Probably somebody could argue that you would deal yourself 5 fire damage, but this specifically says radiant, and maybe that's true, but I'm just going to play it that it works. So let's play this one, and we're going to have Fanatic deal herself 5 damage, and it says increase all damage by 1. So I think that would actually take her down to 24. All right, we're going to try the zoom again, see if the ghost gets involved. Dealing 6 damage, because fire damage is +1 right now due to raw. Then it says deals one target X damage, where X is the amount of damage dealt to Fanatic this turn. So we're going to be dealing 6, but I think it may pump up again to 7. So it may do 7 as we target out. I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think? Would there be an additional +1, or would it just stay 6? Maybe for balance issues, I'll just say it stays 6. I'm sure there are some viewers that have much more experience with this game than I do that could help me out there, but we'll just do 6 to Plague Rat. And at the end of the turn, we'll draw another card, Embolden. And I think we're ready for Tempest. Let's see if anything goes on with Tempest here at the start. He is suffering from infection here. At the start of that hero's turn, they deal themselves 1 irreducible toxic damage. So they deal themselves. So is that may be damage from the hero? I don't know. I don't know how to count that one with this, change damage dealt by hero types. Maybe that isn't. No, probably that doesn't turn into fire damage. So probably this remains toxic damage. Just 1 point of toxic damage. That's how I'll do it. And that was at the start of the turn, right? The start of the hero's turn. All right, so we've got Tempest cards. Let's make a decision here. Well, this one's looking pretty good. Tempest deals 1 target 5 lightning damage. That's going to change over to fire damage, and it's going to be +1 to 6. And due to Plague Locust, it says any infected characters or any infected heroes will also do an additional 1. So we're talking 7 damage here. All right, so I think we're taking this 26 off, and we're going to be changing that to a 19 or 18 or 19. Yeah, we'll make it 19. All right, so we've got Plague Rat down to 69, and Tempest still gets to use a power this turn. Tempest deals all non-hero targets 1 projectile damage. That's going to change to fire +1 plus another 1 because he's infected. So that's going to be 3 damage total. So 3 from the Plague Rat, and then 3 off of the Plague Locust. All right, so we've had some decent damage output. We're going to draw a new card for Tempest here and put it in his stack. And I think that ends his turn, and now we move to the environment turn. All right, let's see what we get here. Experimental mutagen. I'm going to need to pull this closer for me to see it. All right, so when this card enters play, put all rat cards from the environment trash into play. We don't have any in the trash. Increase damage dealt by rats by 1. Reduce damage dealt to rats by 1. I guess that includes the villain. His name is Plague Rat. At the start of the environment turn, if there are 2 or more rats in the environment trash, destroy this card. So right now it possibly is powering up Plague Rat, our villain. And I'm assuming he counts as a rat. If I'm wrong, let me know. And to get rid of this, we're going to need to defeat some of the rats that come up in the draw of the environment deck and get them into the trash. I think that's the only way to get rid of this card, unless we have something specifically that destroys an ongoing card or environment card. Alright, I think I may have missed one thing just before I stop here today. It said at the end of the villain turn, Plague Rat deals each hero target 1 irreducible melee damage. So I think everybody would lose 1 more HP. Alright, so we'll fix that now. 1 off of Tempest, 1 off of Fanatic, and Ra loses his 30 points and goes down to 29. Alright, so that's my beginning, my first turn of playing Sentinels of the Multiverse again. Let me know if you saw anything that I may have missed. I remember this game has a lot of little pieces to track and take care of, and sometimes you can miss something. So hopefully we're pretty accurate and ready to head into turn 2. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you later.